sloping.
Agriculture.
Agricultural. Land.
Terrain.
Technology. So we're going to look at some of the technologies that we have in our salt garden that make it an appropriate technology for somewhere, say, in Guatemala. Why do you think we have these bushes planted here? To stop erosion, exactly. As long as they're planted on the contour of the land, they're going to allow us to keep all those nutrients that we want in your garden in place right here on the mountainside. What are the three main components of commercial fertilizer?
Nitrogen.
Phosphorus and potassium. Nitrogen, phosphorus. Legumes have the ability to take that nitrogen out of the air that you're breathing through their leaves and put it into the ground. They fix it to the soil molecules. So you're getting natural fertilizer at the same time you're getting the erosion control. When you make one of these, is that the two sticks touching the ground are on equal level. And that this right here is in the direct middle. So that when the two ends of this frame are at the same level, the string is going to fall in the direct middle of this bar. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like a plumb line, kind of. So this is a really easy and simple way for them to go down the middle of their fields and find exactly where they need to plant their row of. Can you guys tell me how do you guys do your compost?
Well, we kind of rigged up like a wire thing that we could rotate it so it would churn itself.
Nice. Exactly, because you have to kind of turn your compost pile every so often, right? What else what do you put in your compost heap? Anything?
Bread, bananas, apple cores.
We put like our leaves.
Leaves, right, exactly. So in your compost heap, you want a nice ratio of carbon to nitrogen, right? What is your carbon going to be? What do you think?
Oh yeah, I guess the hay and leaves and
Exactly. Nitrogen is going to be your hay, your leaves, paper. Does anyone put paper in their compost heap? You can put paper in your compost heap. Hair, human hair. The nitrogen. What do you think the nitrogen is?
that you're throwing in.
Yeah, your vegetables, your fruits, your manure, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so you're gonna have to have a good mix of that kind of stuff, and you're gonna have to mix it up every week and water it as well because you want it to get nice and moist. What in here surprises you that we have in here? Did you see anything in there that's kind of? Yeah. So this is not, they are not actually what we can think of as typical styrofoam. Here at the ranch, we actually buy special containers that are biodegradable, that have the same heat, like thermal abilities, keeping food cool and keeping food warm. So we can actually compost those as well. Like as we said before, you can compost paper, which is hence the cup. Those are biodegradable cups. So you can throw all that in your compost, and you can use it then in your garden, which is why a Guatemalan farmer would do a compost heap, because he can use all of his waste to generate great soil to put in his garden, just to add on top of what he already has naturally.
What could you make easy on a hot surface?
Like a pancake.
I don't know.
Yeah, like a pancake, the tortillas. They eat lots of tortillas. So having a hot surface is the ideal way to do them, because you can just put them on there, turn them, and they're ready. Who of you guys knows how to build a fire? Couple? So what kind of wood or different things do we need to start it? Smaller stuff than wood? Yeah. The way we build our fire is we kind of put 4 sticks in there in the way that it's kind of like a number sign. And do you have an idea why we do that? Why that's a good beginning to kind of have the room between them, kind of now start to pile it up there instead of of just putting it all together? Yeah, because if you have this number sign structure, you always have air flowing in from the ground, from the bottom.
Now, did Josh already?
We said that one of the main points of this class is, again, sustainability, the idea of sustainable practices as we go. When we've been looking at our Guatemala garden and our farm, which we're about to go out to, we try to think about the model of sustainability as being an undisturbed forest. So we're going to actually have you guys create that for us with the Delia.
We're going to start off. I will give you guys a head start by drawing the land. And what do we need now? You guys are drawing this forest, not me. What else do we need? Mushrooms. There we go. What else? What's in a forest besides plants?
Animals.
Animals. What kind of animals do you want in our forest today?
Squirrels.
There you go.
Birds.
You can imagine something. What else? Birds. There you go. Let's go ahead and draw something.
I like your birds background.
Add some
Go ahead and draw a squirrel. Oh, you've seen a squirrel, so you can draw one. We don't live without worms either, actually. We got a camel, we got
Tiger
a
wouldn't make
tiger,
himself a bit. Tiger would be in
a
a tree right
deer,
now.
squirrels.
Tiger would be
What are
jumping.
those? Mushrooms on the
bad
on the
mushrooms.
rock.
I like
That's
deer.
awesome.
Thanks.
A monkey, some purple birds, the sun. Okay, awesome. Because we're all about sustainability. It's all about cycles. What kind of cycles can we find right here in our disturbed forest?
Tiger eating the deer.
Okay, so the tiger's gonna eat the deer. Then what is it gonna do?
The deer eats the grass though.
The deer eats the grass, the tiger eats the deer. What does the tiger do?
Eat the camel.
He poops. Exactly. What does the poop do? Or maybe the worms will eat the poo and like compost it into soil, fertilize. Then what's gonna happen?
Tiger's gonna eat
And then the grass
It's gonna make the grass grow more, which the deer eats, which the tiger eats the deer. Then the tiger poops, fertilizes the grass for the deer to eat more. See the cycle? What are some other cycles we have?
Water
here?
Birds eat the worms.
The birds eat the worms
Or fish.
or the fish.
Tigers eat the fish.
Feed the fish, feed the tiger that poops, that makes the grass grow, the deer eats. So you guys see where there's so many cycles? What about the sun? The sun makes the grass grow.
Photosynthesis.
And this is what you want to look at for your, like, the best example ever of sustainability. So and it's all about letting it be, not taking out more than you put in, not putting in more than you take out.
Everything they eat goes in there, and the stones kind of work like teeth. They crush together on the food, and so they break it down so that they can digest it. And the special thing about that is after a while, through crushing together, kind of even the stones are digested. So chickens and worms, they get the nutrients that are in the stones. We'll eat something a little bit as well. The zero grazing pen. What do you think? Why do we put the goats in there instead of keeping them out in the field all the time? Right, they don't eat all the grass. Makes sense since it's called zero grazing pen. So we can feed them what we want them to eat. And that's really important because goats can eat over 120 different plants, so they can eat everything.